Welcome back. We have Blunderpecks here. We have crossed 800 elo. So let's look at some common mistakes at this level. We're gonna start with e4. We got e5. Let's just play knight f3. Last episode we played a lot of Vienna, and I think there's a opening called the Ponziani where we fight for the center like this. So let's actually play something like that. I don't know any theory, but I like that we're fighting for the center. So yeah, let's go here. Now, if takes, we just take back and we have full control of the center already because my opponent played a6 instead of developing a knight. And this is a pleasant position, so this could be a pretty good opening for you to play, actually. Alright, so we got f6. Don't really understand it, but let's just keep playing on principle. Let's develop our pieces. Maybe they didn't want me to push, although pushing was not really a big deal, I don't think. Although maybe if they came out, I don't know. Either way, we have two pawns in the center, two knights developed, get our bishops out, and castle. Ah, I see. Now we see the fear in my opponent. They did not want. They wanted to develop and then push, and also developing bishops in front of your pawns like this is not recommended. So don't do this. Don't do this. This is definitely a mistake. The bishop typically wants to be freed this way. Now I'm wondering if I can push. Pawn takes, knight takes, and what I'm looking at is takes, and here, but the only thing that I'm a little bit worried about with that is if the knight ends up here, they're gonna be able to block, so let's just keep developing. Now it would be a threat. Push, takes. If they capture either way, knight takes, and then there would be a check. There might already be a check either, or two. Okay, but now we're not going to be coming in here. Let's look. Push takes. Knight takes. Bishop takes. We do have a pawn to take, but now the knight can always come and block this. We'd be looking at this kind of checkmating threat, but that's alright. Let's just stay principled. Castle. Okay, my opponent is attacking my bishop. I would really like to stay on this diagonal so that they cannot castle, so we're just going to drop back one square, maintaining this. They're going to go here, and we can just push. A4, and their king's going to be still in the center, and that is when it's very dangerous to be the black pieces here. Okay, they go there. Yeah, okay, I guess I have that. But after takes, we'll just take with the queen. I'm gonna play for the center now. Because I'm really looking at this check. I think now that the knight's not here, maybe it works. E5. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. The bishop can't take. So the bishop's got to move somewheres. Maybe knight takes was better. Bishop takes. Check. No, but then there's always this move. Protecting the center. Okay, they just decide to capture. Now, I think I can take here. If they take here, I take here. But there's a huge threat because if the queen takes, then rook pins. So pawn takes. If they take the rook, I go here. The rook is trapped. And I mean, their queen is just attacked. Almost trapped. So the queen will have to take. So here, if they take here, then we take the knight. So let's go ahead and capture. I think that was a mistake by my opponent. Whenever there's a pawn attacking a piece, before you go for moves like this, okay, so before you go for moves like knight takes b3, you have to wonder, can they take with the pawn rather? Because when you take like this, you're enabling two pieces to be hanging at once, and that allows tactics to arise as such. So knight takes, I could take the knight either way, and then, they move. But what happens after takes? Well, if they capture, we capture a piece. And you might ask yourself, but now you're down in exchange. But yes, but we're attacking the queen. So the queen has to take. And what happens when the queen is here with the king and king behind it? Well, there are skewerable ideas. So my opponent probably thinks that I blundered, but no. We go here. We're attacking the queen. Queen must take. Okay, but there's also just this skewer. And the queen will fall. Admittedly, yeah, I probably don't know why I didn't calculate that, but yeah, okay, cool. Nice game. We played with a 97. I don't really think, yeah, like Ponziani, this is probably a really good opening at the low levels. I know at the higher levels it's kind of refuted a little bit, but we just get the whole center. And then f6, definitely not a move you should be playing. Just develop, castle, just slide back, and then now we strike in the center, and this is very strong. They needed to just move. They can't try to do this because we have this nice ED. But what I was looking at was if queen takes, we have this. And then, you know, they at least get the rook, but it's game over. All right, let's play another one. All right, we have the white pieces against Jason. Now, I never play the London system, but we're going to go d4. And we're going to try to play the London system for the very first time on this channel. Just to show how easy and simple this opening really can be. d4, bishop comes out. I don't know any like Jobava lines or anything, but I just know like you go for the triangle. Get the knight out. So this could be a good opening for lower rated players. And I already know that putting the knight on c6 is a little bit inaccurate because you typically want to fight for the center using the c-pawn. And I kind of want to transpose this 2a Jobava with knight c3, already threatening this. But maybe I should just keep it simple. No, let's do this. Knight c3. Let's see if they see the threat, which is b5. All right, so they just developed the knight, but now we're going to go for this. So we're threatening to fork them. I think they have to play e5. And then we take with the pawn, and there's some pretty nasty tactics here. Yeah, so they do go for e5. Now we take with the pawn, attacking the knight. The knight's got to move, and we're threatening to win a pawn here. You might ask yourself, how? Well, I'll show you if it comes on. I think they need to play something like this. Attacking the bishop. Not 100% sure how these lines go, though. Because like I said, I'm not a London player. Okay, so they come to the center of the board. But yeah, we can just take here. And if you're wondering how, pause the video and try to see why this is a move. Queen takes d5. Oh no, my queen. But there is a big fork. And now we've just won 3 pawns. And we should be able to win this game. And we're threatening to long castle here. Okay, they jump in. So they're threatening a fork. But I think I can just long castle. We can just allow them to trap my rook. But I would be threatening this, which I think is quite strong. So let's go ahead and do that. Threatening to take this, which would be threatening a discovery attack. So if they want to fork me, go right ahead. And if they move the knight out of the way, then we have discovered attacks. Okay, so they want to take, but that leaves this piece hanging. It's undefended. This is undefended as well, but after rook takes, it defends this. So we can go ahead and capture. Okay, they do that. Now, I'm wondering what the best move here is. We can just win the rook back. That's probably the best move. Yeah, we probably just take here. Go here. Take this rook. They take my rook, then we can try and trap the knight in the corner somehow, maybe with like bishop here. They come forward, but that just allows me to hold on to a full rook. No questions asked. Yeah, they take here. It's fine. We're still up material. We can just allow him to come back. I'm gonna go here. I want this. I want to take this bishop. Okay, we're gonna take that bishop. And since he didn't come out, we're actually gonna block the only exit. And now we're threatening to go g3. Yeah, we just threatened to go g3, bishop g2, and we win the knight. So they'll probably have to desperado. Okay, the pawn is attacked. Is that an issue? Kind of. But I can just go here. And now they're going to attack. I would take if they go there. Well, I can just trade for the rook if I wish. They're going to get a pawn. It's no big deal. So let's just simplify. Let's take this rook. They take, and then play bishop g2. And yeah, my opponent resigns. So it was a pretty clean game for not really knowing how to play the London. But this is, if you're a London player at this level, this is a good tactic for you to look out for. Comes out, and I noticed that, you know, they're not going to play with their c-pawn, and they played here, so rather than playing the typical, like, e3, c3, bishop d3, knight f3, I transposed this into a Jobava London, where knight c3 threatens to go knight b5. So after I played this, they should probably play something like a6. This is the kind of stuff that I do against the Jobava, is a6. But I don't play knight c6 before playing for c5. So it's a little bit different. And yeah, they just develop. And they played the best move here. Apparently bishop takes is the way. Oh, okay. I see. Because now the knight's got to move and we're still threatening this. They should play a6. Knight c3. d4. Here. Takes. And we're just up a couple pawns. Alright, we're up one pawn, sorry. But okay, we took with the pawn, and then they jump to the center. Once again, they have to go here. They can't leave this undefended without, well, only defended by the queen. Otherwise, we have queen takes, which is a brilliant move just due to this fork. And we're winning so many pawns. And then here, they should have just went for the fork, but it's fine. And yeah, I mean, we just come out and stop them from being able to do anything. Takes here. We're just going to go like this. If they take, we just take. And we're up a couple pieces. And we'll go on to win this game, for sure. So, yeah, I mean, this is pretty viable opening at this level. Just know for, you know, if you're going to play the Jobava, be aware of these kind of tactics here where, you know, you're trying to fork them. Obviously, if you are able to fork them, then you just get the exchange. And if you see this move, we know that bishop takes now is the best move. And they should probably take, then takes, and they have to play a6, attacking the knight, saying you got to go back. Because if they move, there's once again this tactic to win a pawn. Because takes here, and yeah, we're just up a gazillion pawns. All right, let's find another opponent. And we got an 805. We're at 829. We got e4. Let's go ahead, play e5. And we got knight c3. My opponent's playing the Vienna. Let's see if they play the Vienna Gambit against me. No, they don't. Okay. Interesting. So, if any of you guys don't know what the Vienna Gambit, it is f4, which looks like a free pawn, but it's actually an opening that you don't want to play into. So if you ever see knight c3 and you are a knight f6 player, if you see f4 on the board, the move is d5, counter striking the center. But we don't need to go into that because my opponent played d3. Now, I can strike in the center, and if they were to take, I could take with the knight. Or I could just play c6, and go for d5. I've been playing some games like that on this, road or this series, and it's very nice to fight for the center like that. But let's get the bishop out. Let's just get ready to do a quick castle. Oh, we got f4 now. Interesting. So if I were to take, they're gonna push. We don't really love that. They are threatening to take the pawn. So if I go here now, it's a little bit different because it's just different, okay? Trust. I think we're gonna play d6. Now they can push. Could be annoying. I'm just gonna go ahead and castle. We're gonna keep all this pressure. At the right moment, maybe we'll take. Queen's coming out here. It looks like they're gonna try and long castle. It's fine. If I go here, they're gonna push through. I don't really love that. Let's just develop our knight. And maybe potentially play bishop to g4. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, maybe bishop g4. Threaten to go here. You know what? They're gonna get this knight or this bishop no matter what, so let's just have a good hold on d4. Actually, let's slide back. Let's open up the rook. Let's be active on the a file. Now they're pushing through. Okay, it looks like they want to attack me down the middle. I think pushing is probably a good move. If they take, I can take with the queen or I can take with the knight. But whenever they're, trying to do this kind of stuff, let's not let them have completely what they want. So we are threatening to take, and there is nothing after that, but maybe I can take here. Interesting. I'm going to start with takes. If they take here, I might jump the knight in. Knight jumps in, they jump here. Here. I don't really want to do this, do I? Queen takes, push. They can't take, but they can take with the bishop. Slightly annoying. Let's ask the bishop what's up. Yeah. Slide over. Now the bishop's either got to go back or go back that way. Interesting. Okay, they're sacrificing. Do they have enough of an attack? I don't believe so, to be honest. And their king is still stuck in the center. So we're going to go ahead and capture that. And tell them, hey, prove that you have an attack here. Okay, the knight jumps here. Cool. So it looks like they want to go check, but they can't. I can also go here with a check and then just take this. Which looks like we just equalize immediately. So, yeah, let's go ahead and give a check and then take. Pinning the knight or the queen, and they can't do anything about it. Takes. And when you're out material, you just want to trade. So, this is a nice transformation of the position for us. The last thing that we need to do is, activate our bishop, but this rook is already active on the a file as well. So if they don't protect this pawn, we're going to be able to just take, and then we're immediately infiltrating. They can't go here, so that's not a problem. They're still trying to attack me. It's just not going to work. Now, it looks like they want to play this. Is that going to work? Kind of, maybe. I always have this move as well. So I could just take, which actually stops them from castling because that would drop a bishop. So let's go ahead and take the pawn. Okay. They're attacking this, but I mean, we can just move. I could go check. They go here. I think simple moves though. I think we just go here. We just move. Knight's attacked. Let's get out of the attack. Now they can castle. They decide to just trade off more pieces. That is a very bad decision. Very, very bad decision for a few different reasons. First, no, let's not do that. Let's just... So I want to take... It would open up the G file. Just take here. If they take, we can fix our pawns. I'm really not worried about that. And now they have to castle, otherwise... I mean, okay, they can do that. But I think we're just going to win a piece here, right? Let's go check. Sure, they're going to have this, but we can go ahead and add more pressure first. And now they can take with check, but we just move out of the way. No big deal. And now we're going to run our king out. They just simply don't have enough defenders. Okay, we're just up a piece. Simplify. No problem. Let's go like this. Now our king will escape. Let's push. If they push again, we can take. So they probably do this or not. So they're trying to play with their pass pawns here, which is smart. Very smart by them. Maybe we start pushing our own pass pawn. Just move out of the way. Now they can't really push. If I go here, I lose the pawn. I can attack this. If they take, we're just gonna maybe keep pushing or not. Okay. I guess let's go this way. Let's go ahead and bring our knight to the action. They can play king up. That's fine. We have a check here. Kicking the king back. Let's push our pawn. Now it's protected by the knights, and we're losing our pawn. Beautiful stuff. Let's keep pushing. Yeah, we don't take this. There's the defender. Okay, nice game. My opponent played all right, but once again, like you gotta play f4 if at this level especially. Come on, play the Vienna Gambit if you're 800. Oops. And then we should have relieved the pressure earlier on. We just developed pieces, no worries. Takes, they push through, and then we strike in the center here. Takes, and yeah, we just move out of the way. Apparently we can just block this, and then they gotta play back or take. But the queen is hit, so they take, and this is defended. Yeah, makes sense. I think we're threatening to take here. Like, if they play something like this, can we take a pawn? It's inaccurate, but, you know, if they take the pawn, they lose the queen. But it's inaccurate because they have this. Okay. And if this, they get that. All right, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Our pawn structure is all jacked up. We're up a pawn, but the pawns aren't really that great. And then they sacrifice, and this is something that if you want to get better at chess, you have to stop playing hope chess, which the sacrifice is. It looks nice, right? It looks like, oh, you're going to open up the king. The king's going to be weak. But my king's actually safe. I have a rook, a queen, and a knight protecting it. And you have no pieces attacking it. Like, sure, you can play knight here and, oh, scary. There's no attack. And Gotham says, use the +2 rule. You need 2 more attacking pieces than defenders if an attack is going to work out. So before you play bishop takes here, opening up the king, ask yourself, do I have 2 more attackers than defenders? And the answer to this would be no. That means that you have to have 5 pieces in the attack. So like a rook, another bishop maybe staring this way, and a knight here and a knight here or something for the sacrifice to really work out. But yeah, unfortunately, you know, we just go for a simplification here, which is just queen here, check. You can't stop us from trading the pieces. And then we get in with the rook, we take, just drop back, take. He's just trading pieces when he shouldn't be. When you're down material, don't trade pieces. We go here, simplify even more. And then this is actually kind of tricky a little bit because you have to be a little bit careful that you don't blunder anything. And push the pawn, protect the knight. He's got 2 pass pawns here. Well, technically just 1 because his pawn is protecting the square. So you gotta be careful. And now b4, you can't take because the rook hangs, the only defender. So before taking this free pawn, you gotta, well, I guess it's not free, sorry. Before you take this, you gotta ask yourself, okay, what job is my pawn doing already? And the answer to that is, well, it's protecting the rook, so I probably can't take it. And yeah, you find another move. You either move the rook, or you know, you just leave the pawn there. But on the next move, I'll be taking, so you should probably move the rook, maybe to protect. But then takes. It's losing no matter what. But this is, yeah, knockout. Let's go ahead and play another one. We have the black pieces. My opponent's playing e4. Let's play a Caro-Kann. See some mistakes at this level. Okay, we got bishop here. So this is called the hillbilly attack. It's kind of annoying. They might go check. So if they ever go check, we block with the bishop so that after takes, knight takes, we have a very easy game. We're going to go e6, knight out, bishop here, castle. It's a very straightforward plan. Now they keep the bishop out here. We're just going to develop our pieces. Okay, my opponent pre-moved this. What? That is just a free queen. It's a blunder of one piece in one move. You got to be very careful of these kind of moves. Let's play one more. We have e4, e5. We don't have e4, e5. I'm an idiot. What am I saying? I'm predicting it. Roblox noob is going to play e4, e5. Come on. Let's go. Come on, bruh. Okay. He thought for a little bit and then decided to play the Scandinavian. So let's go ahead and capture that and see what my opponent plays. Yeah, okay, so he takes with the queen. So let's go ahead and tempo the queen. Now, there's a few different moves. Some beginners will give checks. They're not really great. And the main move is queen a5. Yeah, they give a check. It's not really great. We just go here. Don't trade the queen. Their queen is just a target. Now we have... They either have to move the queen or we're going to play knight f3 with tempo on their queen. So, it's just not good. Although, bishop here I think is a little bit annoying. Because if I take, I have to take with the pawn. So let's see if they're going to play bishop to g4. No, okay, so... They should have probably just went one more square. Although I don't think it's the best move, but... Going here, attacking this really is not the greatest. We can just develop and attack the queen. Okay, my opponent moves like they knew what they wanted to do. Now I think we can just take the center. Or we could castle. I think taking the center is probably pretty good, though. This is a very common thing to do in the Scandinavian, is play d4. We have another tempo move, but does it really do much? I mean, it might. I go here. They're going to move. It's protected by the bishop. Then I can go here. They would have to play knight to a6. And then I could just castle. But if I go here and they play this, they will be attacking this pawn, which could be annoying. But then I can just push. They also have a check here. Let's just castle. Let's keep it simple. We don't need to go for early attacking moves, always. Okay, okay, but now it has changed. Now it has changed. So, you know how I said, I'm going to go here, they're going to move the queen, we're going to play this, and then they're going to go knight a6 to protect the fork. Well, now, when I play knight b5, attacking the queen's got to move, and this is a threat, and there's no way for him to play knight a6, protecting the fork. Although now he can just castle, so it's going to be a little bit less effective, unless he goes all the way back. Now let's bring the bishop out. We're attacking this. They probably have to go here. If I take. Okay, maybe it's not that great. I can get a bishop for a knight, though. I could also go here. Yeah, me. Okay, let's go ahead and capture. They're going to take with the pawn. Can I put more pressure on this pawn? Not really. I kind of want to play c4 and just take the whole center. Let's go ahead and do that. They push. Okay, if they take, I just improve my piece. Let's move the rook to e1. Line up with the king. So we pushed the queen all the way back. The queen moved a few times, and then it ended up back on d8. Our tactic of trying to get the fork to work did not work out, but, you know, it's fine. We got all our pieces developed. Their king is safe. We have a lead in development here. And, yeah, I mean, a pretty decent position. I can't really ask for more. Now, takes here. We do have an isolated pawn, which isn't the best, but what can you do? Sometimes, you know. So if I take here, takes, queen has to take. The queen indeed does need to take. Is there any tactics? I could go here and try to split their pawns. I want to keep my initiative. Let's play knight to h4. We're going to try and attack this bishop. So if they castle, I'm going to take. We get the bishop pair, which can be very strong, and they've doubled their pawns. And we have this active rook, potentially. Of course, they slide back. Oh, they're coming forward. Okay, well, let's snap take that. And yeah, we definitely can't be allowing that knight to stay there. So let's go ahead and do this. Kick that knight backwards. And we're going to have discovery attacks. So we might be able to win this pawn. So if I go check and they block, we can take here. Let's go check. They go back. Now we could keep the initiative actually by playing queen to e2. Because if they were to castle, we win the piece. So maybe that's worth more than taking this pawn. I would say it is. And if we can keep applying pressure to that knight, we might be able to win it. PP on the PP. Put pressure on the pinned piece. That is what Gotham says. Put pressure on the pinned piece. And by moving the knight, he blocked the vision of the queen. So we can play bishop here. Now, I don't really understand this move at all, to be honest with you. But I know that bishop to d6 just wins a piece. So black had to be very, very careful in that position. He could not allow me to put more pressure. Because there's absolutely no way to defend this. And it gets even worse. I can go here. If they try to pin, I just take. They take. Maybe I take with the queen. Nah, let's just trade. Okay, they move. We're going to go ahead and capture this. Got a rook. Oh, wait, no, check. There is a block. We might build this. We might be able to set up a tactic here. So they have back rank problems. So let's go ahead and take here. Threaten the knight. If the knight moves, I guess then this is protected. So it doesn't quite work out. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take. That doesn't really matter to me because I'm happy with trades. So they're going to win this pawn. No big deal. Let's go ahead and just move the queen up. And now they're probably going to take my rook, and I'll capture back, and we're just simply up a piece. Or up a rook in exchange, I think, something like that. Okay, they first take the pawn. But, yeah, I mean, now we have this check attacking the knight. They offer a trade. Let's start with a check. Can't hurt to give a check. They go back. I'm just looking to see if we have any other way of just winning everything. But we can just simplify. We just take here. If I take, they can actually do this. So maybe let's not do that. Let's not get too greedy. Slide back, attack the pawn. We're threatening to take the pawn because there would be a pin after I take. Takes. Knight's not able to capture. And, I mean, we can just simply take this piece off the board. We can just sacrifice the rook here because there's just nothing that he can do with this bishop here and this pawn. And now we just activate our king. King's coming forward. He can push his pawns all he wants, but we're going to be able to push and make a pass pawn over here. So let's go ahead and play a4. On the next move, we play b5, and we're pushing. They take, we'll take back, no worries. These pawns always cancel each other out, so we don't have anything to worry about. We just push our pawn. They take. We're going to go ahead and capture. And now we can simply just bring the king in here. Black has nothing to do. We're going to win these pawns, and then we'll go ahead and promote. Don't play too quick, otherwise you might blunder. Let's bring the king up here to have a red carpet for our newly queen. We just want to make sure that we don't stalemate. So they go here. If I were to make a queen, can they move? Yes. So let's go ahead and make a queen. The king moves up. Let's give a check here. Cut this off. King here. Check here. It's always super duper annoying whenever we have like a little ring around the rosy that the king can do, because it's easy to stalemate in those kinds of positions. But we're simply just gonna push. No worries. They go here, we're gonna give a check. They go here. No. We can probably just promote. They go here, here. Yeah. We're just threatening to promote. Okay, now it's just checkmate. Or not. Why is this so hard? They go here. Check. And then they're out of this little box. Now, make sure every single move is a check. Otherwise, you're going to get into some trouble. And you will stalemate at this level. It can be tricky. Let's take a look at this game. Definitely not a perfect game, but let's take a look. Yeah, I really figured that they should play this, and then, you know, I guess the move is d4 here. Bishop takes. Yeah, definitely knight takes. Don't take the queen and trade everything off. Actually, you just lose a pawn here. Knight takes. Protects. They're gonna move. Queen a5. Yeah. But okay, we got to kick the queen back. Put a pawn on the center. And castles. We jump in with this. And I guess the strong move was d5 here. If they take... Ah, we have this little trick. Haha. Okay, I see. Oops. But okay, we took the bishop. We got the bishop pair. Knight h4 is not good. Wow. Okay, we should just push through. I liked having the tension here. Fair enough, Stockfish. But it only equalized after this. And I guess the point is they can, I don't know, have a good clamp on this square. Put something in here. But I can always have f3. I don't know. I liked that I got the bishops here. And then we can kick them back. Give a check. And then we just have so much pressure. I guess check here. And queen b4 is very strong. Yeah. You can't defend. But okay. We put pressure on the pin piece. And immediately they blunder. They should take. What happens after takes, though? They can castle? Oh, there's... Yeah, okay, I see. Brutal. So they lured my bishop up. Wow. Okay, well, I missed that. So did my opponent. Also, here we have this nice move. Point being, if they take, there's a checkmate. So we also missed that. But we were really fixated on put pressure on the pin piece. So that's exactly what we did. And we just won some material. Move out of the way. Take, check, and just trade everything down. It's saying that we can take this pawn. I guess we're just in time to play h5. I hadn't really calculated. And then we just simplified this game down into an endgame that we basically just can't lose. And yeah, we checkmate. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.